Welcome to the October 7th debate meeting. Please scan for attendance. This is just to show your commitment to the club and also so that we can keep track of who's attending on what days. So we have a Google Drive. On the left is the image or the icon that you should be seeing, and that is our debate Google Drive. We tried to add everyone who is in debate right now. If you do not see this Google Drive, please contact us either through Remind or um, any form of communication. Yeah, and that's how you access it. So right now there are 4 or 5 folders. 2019 to 2020 is basically everything we did last year. It has the exact same folders as this year, except obviously it doesn't have the 2019-2020 folder. Debate is all about competing, and so there are some of those informations for you to check out. And then after it are the 3 types of debate that we are hosting for the debate club. First one is linking Douglas, the second one is policy, and the last one is public forum. Make sure to check those out for any information. A lot of the information today on the slides will also be repeated inside the Google Drive. It's a great informational tool. You guys can look at it to see what we did last year and what we will be doing this year.
So policy debate is basically a form of debate that you're in teams of 2 and you can either pick if you're speaker 1 or speaker 2. The first speaker is the one that knows more about their side, as they are the one that has most of the evidence. You're either advocating for or against a resolution, which is affirmative or negative, which will be talked about on the next slide. And you're broken down into 8 speeches and 4 cross-examinations, which again will be broken down a little bit later. So affirmative is that you're pro resolution and you want to enact a policy, and the contentions are inherency, solvency, and advantage, and you'll see a bit more of these later on. And if you're against the resolution, you're obviously the negative side and you want to reject the proposal. And these contentions are uniqueness, link, internal link, and impact, and you can propose a counter argument. The 2 types of speeches are constructive, and the constructive speech presents the judge with arguments and introduces and expands more on the arguments. During this speech, you mostly read the evidence or the cards. A rebuttal proves the judge why you should win and tells the judge why the other side is incorrect. And there's no evidence during a rebuttal. So a cross-examination is a period of time where one person from the opposing team questions the other side on what the constructive speech was about. And this tests the knowledge of the other team, as you can find loopholes within their argument which can strengthen your side.
Okay, so public forum is a great type of debate. Like policy, there are 2 people that speak. There's the first speaker and the second speaker. Each have their own rules. And also there are 2 sides, pro and con. We can call them affirmative or negative, but before each debate, each team decides on a coin toss whether they want to go affirmative or negative. And in public forum, there are 2 contentions, 3 crossfires, 2 rebuttals, 2 summaries, and 2 in a final focus. Like they seem like really foreign terms, but you guys will get to know it very, very soon. So we're going to be talking specifically about the speeches. First of all is a contention, and it's basically where you introduce your argument. And of course, it's backed by evidence that you researched throughout the month or the year, and you're going to be given a time limit of 4 minutes. Next is a rebuttal. So that's also 4 minutes. And basically, what happens is both sides, they're going to be rebutting to the contention or the argument done before. So for last year's topic, if someone said that the European Union joining the Belt and Road Initiative by China would help them like buy more resources from China, then the rebuttal would be like, oh, but helping China might not be great because China doesn't like it might not be great for the European Union to buy Chinese goods. So that's an example of a rebuttal. And for 4 minutes, the first speaker will be like responding to like a lot of the points that the first speaker in the contention spoke. And so that's basically what a rebuttal is. And then between different speeches, there are types of crossfires. So crossfires are what you think about when you think about debate. It's basically unrestricted speaking where debaters they argue both sides by asking questions. So you could be like, oh, wouldn't like buying goods from China harm the European Union? Then like instead of in the contention or rebuttal, the opposing side can't rebut like within that speech. In a crossfire, like speakers are able to interact, and it basically showcases your knowledge as well as gives you an opportunity to ask questions about the opponent's arguments.
So you're also given prep time, and that basically consists of 3 minutes. And this is used so you can prepare for what you're speaking for. And you should not use all of it at once. You should spread it out throughout the debate so you can analyze what your opponents have said and then think about how you want to respond to it. And there's also a summary, so that's 3 minutes long. And at this point, like you basically summarize your case, you say your main points, and then you respond to any of the questions or anything the opponent said during the rebuttal. And then for your final focus, you basically you're bringing it all together. So you narrow down your debate, you attack the opponent's case, and then defend your case, and then you put out any final thoughts. So this is basically just a chart that shows you how the public forum debate is broken up. So as you can see, you have like the first side's main point and then the second side's and the crossfire. It's basically like alternating. So yeah.
If you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the chat right now and we'll answer them. Or later on, you can like text our Instagram or our Remind, and we'll also reach out and answer any of your questions through there.